I was scrolling on YouTube, as I do, and I kept getting videos recommended to me about this Australian author who got arrested for writing a book. The book being Daddy's Little Toy. Though I'm not exactly surprised that this even happened at all though. This happened in Australia after all. The country where fictional works are in fact legally considered CSEM. I am not sure how arresting people over fictional works targeted towards adults protects real children in any way, but I'm getting ahead of myself. But the videos that got recommended to me, essentially they were saying the same things as each other, like the arrest is justified, the book promotes child abuse and grooming, and they didn't even just justify the arrest, they straight up celebrated it. You may wonder, what even is the book about? Well, according to sources, because I can't read the book myself because it has been pulled out of the shelves, it's about a girl who has been mistreated by her parents and neglected in general, and she was able to confide in her father's friend. This friend, however, was a predator and essentially waited for her to turn 18, and conveniently she was also attracted to him. Basically, an unhealthy relationship. Judging from this premise, it is something that I would compare to Vladimir Nabokov's Lolita, which is controversial for the same reason. For clarification's sake, by the way, you don't have to like it. You can even hate it for all I care. These kinds of books are not for everyone. It's just that the moment when you harass authors and advocate for straight-up censorship, that's when it is beyond just a dislike. And whether you like it or not, when you call for censorship, you're asking for a slippery slope. It may first ban what you deem to be harmful, but remember that the government does not care about your or any citizen's comfort. Politicians are not your friends. The point is, censorship is never about protecting kids, or whatever dumb argument they will make. Again, we're talking about works of fiction. But look, just so that I hammer the point home, if the Australian government did care as much about kids as they claimed they did, they would have focused more on the fact that around 700,000 children in the country experience poverty. They would be more worried about the fact that racism is a common experience for children and teens in the country. They would be more worried about the fact that ableism is a thing that children experience at both schools and by the literal government. Hell, let me give you this reminder here that you will be literally denied entry if you try to go to Australia as a disabled person. But yeah, the point is, they will have more worried about things that affect actual real breathing children than the fact that some author wrote a work of fiction that is, at worst, icky and questionable. But we know they don't care. So can we please stop pretending they do? Can we just stop pretending that governments in general have the best interests of people at heart? They just want control. They just want what benefits them. The moment you internalize that, the more their decisions make sense. Anyway, that's all I have to say. This is not a typical content I make. Usually I just talk about anime and yaoi and stuff. But I just wanted to talk about this. And because it's my channel, I talk about whatever I want. Anyway, bye!